The friends who cost him everything, a story of betrayal, peer pressure, and second chances. The dream. The streets of a small neighborhood were alive with laughter as three childhood friends walked home together after school. There was Ethan, the hard-working one who dreamed of becoming an engineer. There was Jay, the funny one who could make anyone laugh. And there was Ryan, the confident one who always wanted the fast life. The three promised each other something. No matter what happens, we'll always have each other's backs. Years passed. Life became harder. Ethan worked 2 part-time jobs while studying at college. Jay dropped out because his family needed money. Ryan became impatient. He looked at expensive cars on social media, designer clothes, and people his age living luxury lifestyles. One evening, Ryan sighed. "I'm tired of being broke." Jay nodded. "Me too." But Ethan smiled. "We'll get there. Good things take time." Ryan rolled his eyes. "That's what poor people always say." A new crowd. One Friday night, Ryan invited Ethan and Jay to a party. At first, it seemed harmless. Music, food, people laughing. But later that night, Ryan introduced them to a new group of friends. They wore expensive watches, carried large amounts of cash, always seemed to have money. One of them smiled at Ryan. "You still struggling? We can change that." Ryan became interested immediately. Ethan felt uncomfortable. Something didn't feel right. On the way home, Ethan warned him, "Be careful. Easy money usually comes with a price." Ryan laughed. "You're too scared to enjoy life." Small decisions. A week later, Ryan returned with brand new sneakers. Then a new phone. Then expensive clothes. Jay couldn't believe it. "Bro, how are you buying all this?" Ryan grinned. "Connections." He refused to explain. Soon Jay started spending more time with Ryan. They stopped answering Ethan's calls. Whenever Ethan asked where they had been, Ryan simply replied, "Making money while you're busy studying." Ethan felt his friend slowly slipping away. The pressure. One evening, Ryan arrived outside Ethan's apartment. "Come with us tonight." "Where?" "Don't ask questions." Ethan refused. Ryan became annoyed. "You think you're better than us?" "No." "Then prove you're our friend." Ethan looked at Jay. Jay quietly said, "Just this once." The words echoed in Ethan's mind. Just this once. Wanting to keep his friends, he agreed. It was the worst decision of his life. Crossing the line, they drove across town. Ryan handed Ethan a backpack. "Just carry this." "What's inside?" "Don't worry about it." Ethan's heart raced. Every instinct told him to walk away. But he stayed. Minutes later, police cars drove past. The group panicked. Everyone scattered. Ethan froze. Ryan grabbed the backpack from him and disappeared into the darkness. Jay ran in the opposite direction. Within seconds, Ethan was standing alone. The police questioned him for hours. Although they eventually let him go, his name was now connected to people under investigation. One poor decision nearly destroyed everything he had worked for. Betrayed. The next morning, Ethan called Ryan. No answer. He called Jay. Nothing. Later that afternoon, he saw a social media post. Ryan and Jay were laughing at a restaurant with the same people from the night before. As if nothing had happened. Not one message. Not one apology. Not one phone call asking if Ethan was okay. That's when he realized something painful. Some people only call you family until protecting you becomes inconvenient. The truth comes out. Weeks later, the police arrested several members of Ryan's new group. News spread quickly. Illegal activities. Fraud. Stolen goods. Ryan called Ethan for the first time in months. "Bro, I need your help." Ethan remained silent. Ryan continued, "Can you tell them I was with you that night?" Ethan couldn't believe what he was hearing. The same friend who abandoned him now wanted him to lie. "Why should I?" Ryan whispered. "Because we're brothers." Ethan answered quietly. Brothers don't leave each other behind. He ended the call. The fall. Ryan was sentenced for his crimes. Jay escaped prison but lost almost everyone who trusted him. Employers refused to hire him after learning about his involvement. His family struggled to believe anything he said. He had traded years of friendship for temporary excitement. One afternoon, Jay visited Ethan. His eyes were filled with regret. "I should have listened to you." Ethan nodded sadly. "I wasn't trying to control you. I was trying to protect you." Jay lowered his head. "I thought real friends always agreed with each other." Ethan replied, "Real friends stop you from destroying your future." A different path. Years passed. Ethan graduated. He found a stable job. Eventually, he started his own engineering company. His success wasn't overnight. It came from patience, discipline, and refusing shortcuts. One afternoon, Ethan was invited to speak at a youth event. A teenager asked him, "How did you become successful?" Ethan smiled. "By learning that the people around you shape the life ahead of you." The room became quiet. He continued, "Your biggest blessing can be the right friends, but your biggest mistake can also be the wrong ones." The lesson. Months later, Ethan walked through the same neighborhood where the three friends once dreamed together. He remembered their promises. He remembered the laughter. He remembered the betrayal. Some friendships end because people grow apart. Others end because one person chooses a path that pulls everyone else down. Ethan looked toward the sky and whispered, "I forgive you, but I won't follow you." Sometimes forgiveness means letting go. Sometimes loyalty means walking away. Because not everyone who calls themselves your friend wants what's best for you. Choose people who celebrate your growth. Choose people who tell you the truth. Choose people who help you become the person you were created to be. One bad decision can change your life, but one wise decision can save it. The end. Moral of the story. Choose your friends carefully. Real friends don't pressure you into bad decisions, they encourage you to become a better person. The people you surround yourself with today can determine the life you live tomorrow.